Hey everyone, it's me Debbie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a custom Lizzie McGuire planner with its dashboards using my Cricut Joy Xtra and my iPad Pro Cricut Design Space. If you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a custom order. I have the front covers, the front back cover, and then the back covers of this planner. I'll be using my paper trimmer to trim out the dimensions 7 by 9.25. For the dashboards, I'm going to be using my Cricut Joy Xtra. I already have my cutting templates. I also have these dividers or dashboards cut by hand. It's a pair of 6. So just in case, when I don't want to take out my Cricut, I could definitely just trace it by hand and trim with an X-Acto knife or scissors, and it also gets the job done. So if you don't have a cutting machine, you can always do it by hand. But I always find that when I do this by hand, I don't get an exact perfect cut as opposed to Cricut. Okay, so we're going to start by cutting the covers. I'm going to move my iPad to the side. For the covers, I'm simply going to use my paper trimmer, my machine, my Cricut paper trimmer, and trim the cover pages. There's 4 in total. I could have printed it, back and front, but I feel like for covers, it should be a little bit thicker and not so flimsy. I'm going to be fast forwarding all this section just because it's such a long time. It's about 30 minutes in length, and I don't want you guys to have to sit through all of that just watching me cut and trim my covers and my dashboards. Okay guys, so I'm going to start cutting all my dashboards with my Cricut Joy Xtra. I like to use a little Brayer tool just to run down the cardstock on my mat. This mat is fairly new. I got it during Christmas time, and what helps me make sure that the cardstock sticks to the mat is using that Brayer tool. Okay, so I let the Cricut do its job. It's cutting out my dashboard. In this particular planner, there are 6 different dividers, and I think on my Cricut project, it went from the last dashboard and then it goes moving to the front. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but here on this particular dashboard, I noticed that when I had printed it more centered, the image, so it's kind of off. As you can see, I would prefer it to be more flush to the left. So I decided, I'm gonna reprint that dashboard. Here for this one, since it does have a center image, I decided to put the cardstock closer to the edge of the mat so it doesn't cut out the same way it did with the previous dashboard. As much as I like using my Cricut Joy Xtra, I sometimes prefer using my hand templates just because it saves me so much time. It's just a lot easier to trace the dashboard and just cut with scissors or an X-Acto knife, or even my Cricut paper trimmer. I think for me, I try just to do everything by hand and not really utilize my Cricut machine, just because it's a pain in the ass having to load a mat, put the cardstock on, do the little Brayer tool, you know, and just go and just repeat that step a few times. So sometimes I prefer just to do, you know, hand cut method. So I'm going to reprint that one dashboard that didn't turn out so great. So I'm adjusting, you know, the picture, the layout, and flushing it more to the left. So while I wait for it to print, I noticed that the second dashboard, the yellow one, it had the white border and the image was closer to the center and it just did not look well to me. So I decided to reprint that one as well. As I wait for all of my printouts to finish printing, I keep cutting the rest of the dashboards on my Cricut. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on how I made my custom Lizzie McGuire planner, and all materials used will be linked in the description box. If you liked today's video, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and happy planning!